Hello, and welcome to the formerly known as Oakland Athletics, currently known as the Sacramento Athletics, later to be known as the Los Angeles Athletics 2026 season preview. Did you like that? Did you like that?
It's a bit much, but
No,
yeah.
it's good. We liked it. We liked it. Okay. Okay. So let's go through these teams real quick. The single A team for the Athletics is the Stockton Ports, located in Stockton, California. Can you name me one person who's from Stockton, California?
Absolutely not.
Okay. And it is on their stadium they play at is Banner Island Ballpark in the California League North. They had a record of 57 and 75. They finished last in the California North League last year.
Well, nice to see it's not just the MLB team that's struggling.
Oh no, you're gonna see this all throughout this, okay? Okay. We progressively get better as we go deeper into their teams. Okay. Looking at the high A, we have the Lansing Lugnuts, located in Lansing, Michigan. They play at the Jackson Field. Quite honestly, a beautiful stadium for a high A team. It is very gorgeous. Playing the Midwest League, they finished 62 and 70 last year. We move on to the Midland Rockhounds, located in Midland, Texas. They play at Momentum Bank Ballpark in the Texas League. They had a record last year of 66 and 72. Now, they were the first half winners, which got them into the playoffs. They beat Amarillo in the first round and then lost in the championship to Arkansas. Now, this is the team we need to focus on for a second. Okay. The Las Vegas Aviators, by the way, it's my favorite logo in all of their organization. Okay. They are located in Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll come back to that in a second. Okay. The stadium they play at is Las Vegas Ballpark. Two things to mention about Las Vegas Ballpark. Number one, the Athletics will be hosting a game today, the March 7th, and tomorrow, March 8th, Saturday, Sunday, at this ballpark. Second thing to mention, it has been announced that the AAA championship will be played at this stadium this year as well. Could you do me a favor and see if you could do like that isolation thing that you did before, if possible?
It's on.
Okay. They play in the Pacific Coast. They had a record last year of 83 and 67. Now's your time to do your joke if you want to do your joke.
No.
Okay. They were the first half winners for the Pacific Coast West and lost in the championship to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Okay. Here's my question. What does the Athletics do with this Las Vegas team?
Keep them there.
Even when the MLB team moves?
Yeah.
You know that would be unheard of, right?
Keep them there. Don't move them. It's too late to move them.
No, it's not. They're not playing there till like what, 2028?
I can't remember. I mean, if they want to move them, yeah, but I say just leave them.
You say leave them?
I say
That would
just
be
leave
like
'em.
the first time that I can remember that an MLB team was in the same town as their AAA team. Or any minor league team.
No.
I can't think of anybody else that does. Like, in all seriousness.
Well, do a quick search and see.
I think if you're the Athletics, you have to move them, though.
Where would you move them to?
You could do like a New Mexico. but like this stadium is such like a big stadium that is so big in minor league baseball, you know? And I kind of like it. Props to the Athletics for hosting games at this stadium for spring training, trying to get some excitement ready for the team to move there. Now, do I think the team should have moved there? Absolutely not. But that's another conversation for another day.
Where else were they gonna move?
You stay in Oakland.
They weren't gonna stay at that Coliseum.
It's because their owner's fault. But that's, like I said, another conversation for another day. Okay. I would like to lead us off first if possible. I'll take the odds and you can take the evens.
Works for me.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. Are you still looking up about the whole like MLB team sharing the
Yeah.
city? Okay. While you do that, I'm gonna go through this. The number one player on our top 10 list. Sorry, if this is your first episode, or if you didn't listen to our Diamondbacks one, we're gonna go through the top 10. Now, this top 10 is not according to Baseball America. This top 10 is not according to
ESPN,
ESPN,
MILB.
MILB. We actually took the time to sit down and go through and make our own top 10 list. So that's what this is. Okay, so the number one prospect we have is Leo DeVaries, a shortstop. He is the number 4 prospect in all of minor league baseball. He was signed in 2024 by the Padres, but was sent over to the Athletics in the trade that got the Padres Mason Miller. Who Miller looked pretty good last night for Team USA against Brazil. I'm not gonna lie. By the way, what were you doing at 17 years old?
In middle of high school.
Yeah, I was recovering from ACL surgery. But last night Brazil had a 17-year-old pitching on the mound for them. He actually goes to high school in Georgia.
And got Aaron Judge to roll into a double play.
Like he had the fastest pitches for all of Brazil last night, up in like upper 90s, like I think 98, 97. This is a high school kid. Hold on, could you imagine? Hold on, let's go. Could you imagine walking in for like scouting? Like you're about to go play this high school, and coach is like, "All right, let's watch the starting pitcher tonight." You think you're gonna get some like crappy huddle film or some crappy like NFHS film, and the coach just turns on USA versus Brazil World Baseball Classic.
I would not show him that. I'm not trying.
Here's the pitcher you're facing tonight. This guy in Brazil is pitching on the.
I'm not trying to be mean. If I was ever in a high school locker room and the head baseball coach sits there and pulls up World Baseball highlights and it's like, yeah, this is the pitch you're facing, I'm walking out of the clubhouse.
That's just one of those nights.
Coach, I'm a healthy scratch.
That's just one of those nights you look down the line and you're like, boys, this is gonna be a long night.
Yeah, you just see the zero. You just tell the scorekeeper, hey, just put the zeros up the whole way. We ain't getting nothing.
Okay, going back to this though, I'm so sorry. Leo. So he played in across single A. So single A with the Padres, single A with the Athletics, and double A last year. He finished his season with Midland. Spent the most of his time though in Fort Wayne, with the Padres. He had again, if you didn't listen to the first one, the stats numbers we're about to give out, unless we specify differently, is a combination of all of 2025. He had a 255 average, a 355 on base percentage, a 451 slugging. He had 15 home runs, 74 RBIs, and 11 stolen bases. As of right now, he is assigned to play 2026 with Midland. He is a switch hitter and throws right-handed. Yeah, he was the top of the international signing list whenever he was signed by the Padres. One thing to mention though, and this is going to be crazy, he will still, for the entire season of this 2026 season, will still be 19 years old.
Hank.
Yeah. He's a switch hitter. He has better loft and better ability to rise the ball from his right hand side than his left hand side.
Yeah.
He is athletic, an above average runner. And can play shortstop. That's not a concern at all for him. So, definitely expect this guy to climb very quickly through the athletics organization.
Going back to, have there ever been an MLB team that's been in the same city as their minor league? There's actually 3.
Okay. Currently or no?
There's one currently.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So it's the Astros and what was it? The Sugarland Space Cowboys.
Is that technically in Houston?
It's a suburb of Houston.
Okay.
And then the other 2 that have happened is the New York Yankees and the Staten Island Yankees.
Which that stadium, if I'm not mistaken, is now an indie ball team.
It is.
I know, because I saw. You ready for this? Okay, this is my dream one weekend. Okay, go to a Friday night Yankees game, go to a Saturday Mets game, and then take the Staten Island ferry out of Manhattan to Staten Island and catch a Sunday afternoon game there at the Staten Island. I think they're the Mets.
I can't remember. And then the other one was the New York Mets and the Brooklyn Cyclones.
Gotcha. You know who I thought you were going to say, though, because it's very close to each other, is the Sacramento Giants and the San Francisco Giants.
You mean San Jose?
Was I thinking San Jose? Yeah.
Yeah, they were San Jose.
Yeah.
That's actually one that popped up.
Okay. Because they're really close to each other. But I didn't know I guess Sugarland must be right in the same area as the the Astros.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 2 on our list is Gage Jump. He's a left-handed pitcher. He is the number 57 prospect in all of minor league baseball. His stats for last year: 9 wins, 7 losses, 3.28 ERA, 112 and 2/3 innings pitched, 131 strikeouts, and a 214 average. Once again, if you didn't listen to the Arizona podcast and this is your first one, when we mention average with pitchers, that is the batting average against them. His fastball was mid 90s, 92 to 94, tops at 97. A curveball in the upper 70s, a slider low 80s, but lots of cut, and then a changeup in the low 80s. He's currently assigned to the Double-A team, so Midland.
Yeah. Moving on to number 3, and this is a guy that okay, so if I had to give a tier of which baseball I follow more, I would be safe to say that college baseball and minor league baseball are very close 1 to 2. If you know the name Gage Jump, you'll know the next name on this list that we have, and that is Jamie Arnold, left-handed pitcher, the number 41st prospect in all of minor league baseball. He does have yet to pitch in the minor league baseball, or he does have yet to pitch in the minors, as that he was the 11th pick in this past draft. He had a ERA under 10 last year, or an ERA under 3 last year. He had a strikeout rate over 9 of 12 something. This dude is a legend, to be quite honest with you, out of Florida State. If you know anything about college baseball, the Athletics have a absolute potential for a dominant force simply between the number 2 Gage Jump, who's an LSU legend, and Jamie Arnold, who's a Florida State legend. Arnold's fastball sits about mid-90s, can top out at 98 though. His slider's an 82 to an 85, and then a mid-80s changeup. You would think he's probably working on a fourth, because as a starter, you would think he'd have more than just 3 pitches.
Hey,
Maybe he's
depends
working
how
on
good those
a
3 pitches are.
maybe he's working on a little bit of a curve. But I mean, you're getting yourself a guy that can pitch can show that he can compete, and can absolutely just shove day in and day out that you throw him out there on the mound. Would not surprise me if eventually he becomes a number 1 guy in a rotation somewhere. But if you I'm just thinking 5 years from now, I'm like, if Jump and Arnold are progressing at the stage that they're progressing now, in all seriousness, that's going to be one tough 1-2 punch to face on a weekend series. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but that's what I got for Arnold.
Number 4 on our list is Henry Bolt. Is it Bolte?
I think it's Bolte.
Okay.
Maybe the E silent.
Who knows? He was the 2025 Baseball America's Athletics Minor League Player of the Year. Played in Double A and Triple A. I'm guessing majority of the time was in Double
A. Yes, he had 80 games in Double A and 34 in Triple A.
Okay. Had a 284 average, a 385 on base percentage, 427 slugging, 9 home runs, 56 RBIs, and 44 stolen bases. He is currently assigned to Las Vegas.
Could very easily be a MLB guy though by the end of the year.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. The only knock on Bolt is he has an issue with swinging and missing a lot. But he is definitely a guy that can still produce contact wise and get his RBI numbers up. Obviously with 44 stolen bases, the dude is insanely fast on the base passes, and that translates perfectly to him in the outfield. He could cover all 3 positions if he had to be quite honest with you. Moving on to number 5, who, if you are a college baseball fan, this name will be familiar to you. Tommy White, the third baseman and first base. To be quite honest with you, White's better at first than he is third, in my opinion. Another LSU legend in this athletics organization. He had a 275 average last year with a 334 on base percentage, a 439 slugging. He had 12 home runs, 51 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases. He played more games last year. He played high in Double A. He had more games in High A than he did Double A. Currently assigned to Midland. This is a dude that, if you know anything about him, he can easily hit a home run anytime he comes up the bat.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of that year he was at NC State, and I think he had some ridiculous number. I think at one point he went 4 for 4 with 4 home runs in a game. He had an insane freshman year at NC State, and then made the transfer to LSU. He's a good contact guy as well as power. Dude almost never strikes out, but he also never walks too. So it's kind of an interesting issue. I do. The only thing about him, like everybody will tell anybody in that you read talking about him will tell you that he's better at first base than third base, but there's a huge block in him being able to be an everyday first base player for the Athletics, and that is a guy by the name of Nick Kurtz, who is quite the obstacle in his way for making it to the majors. So, yeah. So that is Tommy White at number 5 on our list.
Number 6 on our list is Devin Taylor. He's a left fielder. Played 28 games in Single A last year. Had a 264 average, 388 on base percentage, 481 slugging, 6 home runs, and 18 RBIs. Was drafted out of Indiana and is currently assigned to the Single A team, so Stockton.
But I mean, the fact that he only played 28 games and had 18 RBIs and 6 home runs.
That's impressive.
Like, produced a lot in 26 games or 28 games.
Yeah.
Do you want me to give his downsides?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a known fact that he did not practice a lot in the outfield position at Indiana. I think that's been a focus this spring training, or at least getting him ready for this upcoming season, is more work in the outfield for him. He kind of lacks defensively, but they know that obviously with the numbers that he had in just 28 games, like, this dude can produce offensively. The bat's there, but we need to see if his defensive numbers and his stats will be there. So that's the only real knock against him, is his defensive abilities. Moving on to number 7. Let me find him on here. Joshua Crota Grauer. That's how I'm gonna go with it. He is a 3rd-round draft pick from the 2024 draft. Last year he played in High A and Double A. He had more games in High A. Statline last year was 296 average, a 359 on base percentage, a 372 slugging. He had 2 home runs, 47 RBIs, and 27 stolen bases. Now, one thing I do want to mention, though, okay? Let me just give you this fact, okay? Are you looking at his stats right now? He had 497 at-bats. He only struck out in 49 of those. Like, that's crazy to me.
Huh?
Yeah. He only had 49 strikeouts and 497 at-bats. Dude does not like to strike out.
I can tell. Golly.
Yeah. This dude is honestly, so you know where he went to college at?
Where?
Rutgers. And
Scarlet Knights.
playing at a small time Big Ten school kind of fell down a lot of people's, slipped in the draft. But I mean, this is a solid pickup that they got back in 24. This is also the same year that they got guys like Nick Kurtz, Tommy White, Gage Jump. He has strong bat to ball skills. They kind of want him to focus on hitting more line drives and keeping the ball off the ground more with his low strikeout rate. You know what I mean? Just focus on getting the ball not high in the air, but at least on a line drive. The question to see this year, okay, because right now he's assigned to Double A, okay, and when you look at it, there's another guy on this list that's also a shortstop that's assigned to Double A. So the thing is a lot of people and I would agree with him on this. I think he needs to make the transition from short to third if he wants to move up or be able to get some playing time.
Question is, does he have the arm for it?
He does. He does. Like, he defensively does.
Maybe that's what they'll do in Double A.
Yeah. I think that's the thing is, like, he can play there at third. And he has the arm for it. But I think if he wants to be able to make any moves at all and stay with the Athletics, then he needs to be willing to make that move so that he doesn't get bumped out and stuck in stuck in AAA behind what's his behind DeVaries.
Yeah.
So okay. That's all I got for this one. Yeah.
Number 8 on our list is Wei In Lin. I butchered the heck out of that. He's a left-handed pitcher. Played single A, high A, and double A last year. Most of his time was in single A. Had a 4-5 record. 3.72 ERA. This is what I find impressive. 87 innings pitched, 117 Ks, and a 217 average against him. Fastball sits at 91, but tops out at 95. Is that the only pitch we've got speed for?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it is known that he has a curveball that just falls off the table. His changeup, he's got a changeup and a splitter that his fastball, his changeup, and his splitter are all mirror pitches. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for the casual viewer of baseball that doesn't go deep into the analytics, when you watch him throw, his arm release, his fastball, his changeup, and his splitter all look the same coming out of his hand. It isn't until about halfway to the plate do they start breaking. I believe, what is he, a righty?
Left-handed.
A left-handed pitcher, so his splitter's going to fall arm side.
Arm side.
And his changeup's going to fall the other way if he throws it like and they say it is more like a Vulcan grip type of pitch.
Oh. I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah. One thing to mention, though, is he is pitching right now currently for Chinese Taipei in the World Baseball Classic.
On the topic of Chinese Taipei, did you see the fact that Ohtani almost put another hole in the Tokyo Dome?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm more we can have a World Baseball Classic talk off of this. Like, he has a great strikeout to walk ratio. I think the only thing the Athletics are wanting to see out of him is a little bit faster of a fastball.
I think that they want him to develop a little.
Yeah. But like, this is a guy that if he progresses fast enough, like, he could be a sneaky third guy in a rotation behind Jump and Arnold within this organization, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, you got anything else for him?
He is set to begin this coming season in Double A.
Yeah.
So
I think we can go ahead and just say this out loud. If you're an Athletics fan and you can get to Midland, Texas, or if you're a baseball fan and you can get to Midland, Texas, you need to be there the month in April and May, because this team is going to be fully stacked of minor leaguers that are going to be major guys at some point. Like,
they're going to run into the situation that Montgomery did 2 years ago, where basically their entire Double-A team is going to become the Triple-A team the next year.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you think about it, there's a chance that you could go watch Midland this year and they take out 9 guys, and they could take out 9 guys and put a lineup on, and then even including the pitcher, you could have 7 guys that eventually will be starting for the Athletics in maybe 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Moving on to number 9, Edgar Monteiro. This dude's 19. He was signed in 2024 by the Athletics. He's a switch hitting shortstop, throws with his right hand. He played all of last year in Complex League in rookie ball, but he had a .313 average, 484 on base percentage, a .580 slugging, a 9 home runs, 50 RBIs, and 11 stolen bases. He had 50 RBIs in 55 games.
Jeez.
Yeah, he had 60. He had 60 bases on balls too, and to be quite honest with you, like his at bat, he had 176 at bats with only 54 strikeouts. Like I said, only 19 years old. He did get a pretty nice signing bonus though from the Athletics. I will say that.
Yeah, I can tell.
I think so. The thing about him is from the right side, he is more straight contact to the ball. His left side swing though is more of a long drawn out power swing.
Why is that the case with switch hitters?
He takes more at bats though from his left side, to be honest with you. I mean, the Athletics were happy with what they saw last year. He's 6'2" as well. Like he's pretty tall for a shortstop. So I think the thing right now I think this is the year where he will start getting to see time in Single A out in Stockton, and could potentially even make it up to Michigan and Lansing. So yeah.
Number 10 on our list, I'm going to butcher this name.
Jimmy, say it.
Yes.
Jonesy.
Jonesy?
Yeah.
Okay. Colome?
Yeah.
Okay. That was not what I was thinking it was going to be. I did not think it was going to be Jonesy. Recently signed in January to a minor league contract. The son of
Jesus Colome.
Jesus Colome.
Go ahead.
Was he an independent ball?
No, so he's an international signing. Kid's only 17 years old.
Yes, I remember reading about him.
He was number 5 in this year's international signing list. His comparisons are kind of scary.
Shoot, when you're getting compared, when they're saying your bat's like Vlad Jr. and your defensive arms like Machado.
Yeah.
Especially at shortstop.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. If you are not Oakland, what am I thinking here? If you're the Athletics, shoot, you're set at middle infield for the next 4 or 5 years with the guys they have in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I mean, the left side of the field is definitely covered in short and third. The only question is, who do you have fill that second base spot? You know what I mean? And I think the only question about that is there's only one other, like, from the MILB top 30 list, there's only one guy that they have that plays second base, and that's number 30 on the list. So you really have to take your pick of who has the weaker arm and that you still want to play that can play second base. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, I've always thought, in my opinion, second base is just a shortstop that just doesn't have as strong as an arm.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion. So
no, I mean, that makes sense.
Anybody else you want to talk about? Nope.
No, not really.
All All right. Well, thank you for listening to this episode. Keep a lookout. We're gonna keep going through all these teams of all these major league teams and their prospects. If you haven't listened, go back and listen to the Diamondbacks one we did. Follow us on socials around the minor league on Instagram, Apple, Spotify, and Facebook. If you find us on Instagram, give us a follow. And you can find our links to all of our podcast stuff on there too. Well, y'all have a good rest of your day.